Okay, so let's just dive right in. We are in the middle of this massive shift in how we find pretty much anything online. I mean, AI is completely rewriting the rules of search. And, if you're someone who creates content, it probably feels like the ground is just shaking beneath your feet. So, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what is going on with search and, more importantly, how you can actually win in this new world.
So let's start with the big question, right? The one that's probably on your mind. You feel like you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but then you check your analytics and your organic traffic is just flat. Or maybe it's even falling. Well, let me tell you, you are not imagining things. Something fundamental, something deep down, has changed about how people find answers online.
And here it is. This is the heart of the problem. We are officially in the age of the zero-click search. I mean, check out these numbers. A staggering 62% of mobile searches, they just end right there on the results page. No one's clicking through to a website. They get their answer from an AI summary or one of those little snippets, and that's it. The search page itself is no longer a starting point, it's the final destination.
So you gotta ask, right? What is driving all this? Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is the absolute deluge of just generic, kind of low quality AI content that's flooding the internet. We're gonna call it the robot content problem. And it's basically forcing search engines to evolve. They have to become answer engines just to slice through all that noise.
You know, there's this researcher, Jathan Sadowski, who came up with the perfect kind of creepy metaphor for this. He calls it Habsburg AI. Think about it. It's this idea that AI models are being trained on content that was created by other AIs. This creates this really bizarre, weird feedback loop. It's like data inbreeding, and it just leads to this bland, mangled, and sometimes just plain wrong information. And I know you've seen this stuff yourself. Come on, think about those classic fingerprints of lazy AI content. You've got the super repetitive phrases, the syntax that's just a little off, a little unnatural, and of course, my personal favorite, the classic opener. In today's fast-paced digital landscape, it's just a dead giveaway that a real human wasn't really in the loop. And the thing is, both actual people and the search algorithms are getting really, really good at sniffing this out. Okay, so that's the problem. A bit bleak, I know, but the good news is understanding the problem points us directly to the solution. And the way forward, it isn't to just throw AI out the window. Not at all. It's about putting a human being back in the driver's seat. And that's the whole idea behind the human in the loop solution. Really, it all boils down to this one critical mindset shift. On the one hand, you have the failing approach, using AI as a total replacement, just to crank out entire articles on autopilot. That's a one-way ticket to robot content. But on the other hand, you have the winning strategy, thinking of AI as a powerful assistant. Let it help you with research, let it generate outlines and ideas. But you, the human, you have to be the one to ensure the final product has your unique expertise, your voice, your spark. So how do you actually do that? Like, what are the tactical moves? Well, here are three really concrete ways to inject that human touch. First, add real-world case studies, stuff that shows you've actually been there and done that. Second, go out and find unique statistics or include compelling quotes from other experts. And third, this one's huge, use your own custom images and videos. These are things an AI just can't make up. It can't fake experience. This stuff is proof of your authenticity. All right, so let's say you've done it. Your content is now uniquely human, it's packed with value. The next step is making sure these new AI-powered search engines can actually find it and, crucially, understand it. And this takes a whole new framework that goes way beyond traditional SEO. It's time to talk about generative engine optimization, or GEO for short.
So what is GEO? Well, it's definitely not about ranking number one in a list of 10 blue links. Those days are fading fast. GEO is all about becoming a trusted source that these AI engines can retrieve, cite, and then recommend directly in their answers. It's like you're trying to earn an endorsement, a stamp of approval from the AI itself.
Now, to really get a grip on GEO, you have to look at where the AI is getting its info in the first place. And this data right here, it's incredibly revealing. Take a look. These are the top sources cited in Google's AI overviews. We've got YouTube, Wikipedia, Google itself, Reddit, LinkedIn. See the pattern here? These aren't just static websites. They are platforms built on user content, on expertise, on actual community discussion. This tells you everything you need to know. Being an active part of these conversations is now absolutely critical for being seen.
So what's your action plan? Let's break it down. First up, you need to build your entity authority. All that really means is making it crystal clear to the AI who your brand is, who your experts are, so it sees you as a credible source. Second, you have to nail the technical stuff. Things like schema markup help the AI understand your content, and you gotta make sure AI crawlers are allowed to access your site. And finally, just double down on what has always made content great. Keep it fresh, go super deep with your expertise, and always include stats and cite your sources.
Naturally, all of this means that the way we measure success has got to change too. I mean, if we're not just chasing clicks anymore, then what should we be tracking? How do we know if our geo strategy is even working? And honestly, this might be the most important shift we've talked about. In the old world, it was all about clicks, click-through rate, organic sessions. You know the drill. But in this new world, our key metrics, our KPIs, they're totally different. We're talking about your AI citation rate. How often does the AI mention you as the source? We're talking about on-SERP impressions. How visible are you right there inside the AI's answer? And maybe most importantly, branded search lift. Are more people searching for your brand name specifically because an AI pointed them in your direction? Success is no longer about traffic. It's about influence and authority. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. As search continues to evolve from just being a list of links into a genuine conversation, the most important thing you have to ask yourself is this. Is your brand just out there shouting into the void, hoping someone hears, or are you an essential, trusted voice in that conversation?